Science fiction books are full of references to amazing materials that give superpowers to those who have them. Body armors of unbelievable strength and lightness. Materials with enough energy inside them to move entire planets. Or magic dust that can make anything fly. This is all amazing. However, modern science and engineering are going well ahead of what science fiction writers could ever dream of. Imagine a material that can produce enough energy to power the entire planet. A material that can be used to build an artificial brain with access to all of human knowledge in a second. A material that can help us communicate almost telepathically with people in the other side of the wall. That wonder material is nowhere in science fiction books, but it actually exists today. That material is called silicon. And by now, it is the most studied and important material in the planet. It is the key building block for electronics and modern technology. But this talk is not about silicon. It's not even about the amazing wonders of modern electronics, but about what is coming next. The amazing new superpowers that are waiting for us if we can harness the power of new materials, of new supermaterials. I will tell you about 3 of these superpowers in the next few minutes. The first one will leverage a truly out-of-this-world material, graphene. Graphene is a single layer of carbon atoms arranged in a honeycomb lattice, and it is truly amazing. Despite of being just 1 atom in thickness, it's actually the strongest material we have. It's 100 times stronger than steel and much, much lighter. At the same time, it conducts electricity better than any metal we have. And graphene, it is going to be key to a new superpower that will mimic one of our 5 senses. And very soon, will change the way we interact with the world. The sense of smell and its close cousin, the sense of taste, are probably the only 2 senses that machines have not been able to conquer yet. I mean, we have cameras that can see better than our eyes. We have microphones that can hear better than our ears. And there are robots with artificial skin with amazing sensitivity. However, when it comes to smell and taste, robots are not way close to where humans and dogs are. Graphene will change this. Because of its extreme thickness, only 1 atom thick, anything that happens on the surface of this material will change its amazing properties. And my group at MIT is using this to build a new generation of sensors that will bring the superpower of smell to computers, cell phones, and ultimately humans. For this, we are taking a single layer of graphene and placing it on a glass substrate, and then we are doing chemistry on top to be able to bind interesting odors and aromas. And then we are building thousands and millions of these sensors, what we call artificial olfactory receptors, and feeding all that information to state-of-the-art machine learning to bring a superpower to humans that until now has been confined to dogs and elephants. Very soon, we will be able to smell the presence of disease as we enter a room. We will be able to find the owner of a lost coat, or digitize, and in the future, reproduce the taste of that perfect cup of coffee. The second superpower that I want to describe today is also enabled by a new material. In this case, it's called gallium nitride. Gallium nitride is probably the most important material you have never heard of. In fact, it is already giving us a really important superpower today, the superpower of light. Because gallium nitride is the material that is used all around the world to produce white light. But today, I don't want to tell you about how to lighten the world, but I want to tell you about a second superpower that gallium nitride is giving us, which is the power of controlling electricity. Gallium nitride, it's amazing. Just a tiny piece of gallium nitride, 1 centimeter in length, can control 12 megavolts of electricity. I mean, you can definitely create some really scary lightning bolts with that kind of power. But I prefer to try to use it in the benefit of society. Just in the same way that silicon is the key building block of modern computers, gallium nitride is an absolutely critical piece to solve one of the most important challenges, if not the most, of modern society: climate change. We are building a new generation of electronic systems based on gallium nitride that will dramatically improve the way we control electricity and energy. When in a few years from now, you fly on an electric airplane or buy an electric car with a 1,000-mile range, or forget what an electric substation is because they have shrunk in size so much that they are difficult to find. Remember that this is all possible thanks to the use of new materials, specifically gallium nitride, which gives us the superpower to control electricity and energy. Finally, the third superpower that I would like to tell you about is brought by a material that is not really a material. It's just air, but with a twist. What if we could make air watch after us? What if it could protect us from pollutions? What if air could tell us who has been in a room before us? Science and technology are bringing us closer to this superpower. Of course, air cannot do this by itself, but what if we take computers and we make them so tiny, so small, that they can get suspended in air and float in air basically forever? That's exactly what we are doing in my group. In this tiny vial, I have like 100,000 of these really, really tiny computers. Each one of them has sensors and memory and a clock to keep track of time. And we can spray them around us, and they start measuring everything around us. There is still, of course, a lot of work to be done, but we are not far from the day when these tiny computer chips will be everywhere, interacting with the world around us or inside us, giving us new superpowers that we cannot even imagine today. Sounds crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But remember all the crazy superpowers that silicon has already brought to us. In summary, thanks to the amazing properties of new electronic materials and engineering, we have superpowers that were completely unbelievable just a few years ago. But in spite of all this tremendous progress, we cannot forget that we are just starting to scratch the surface of what is possible. The computers we have today and the amazing software that is running on them are all based on a single material, silicon. progress is accelerating, and now we have not one, but many different materials with truly amazing properties, with the potential to change the world. An exciting new future is being built at the intersection of these new materials, their unique properties, and electrical engineering. A future that could bring us incredible superpowers and hopefully make the world a better place. The opportunity is clear. However, we cannot take this for granted. Nothing will ever happen without the right investment, without the support and focus to study these new materials and the new opportunities that they bring, and without the only real superpower out there, human ingenuity. We can do it, though. We must do it. It has never been more important for the health of the planet and the future of all of us. Thank you.